Okay, I wanted to show a second example for applications of vectors continued. This is what I titled it. So this is just a second example. So it says Amy is hiking in a forest. She hikes 2.4 miles west and then 3.4 miles north. If she would have traveled diagonally to reach the same endpoint, how much shorter would that route have been? So in terms of vectors, if you're traveling 2.4 miles west, so if you start out here and you travel 2.4 miles west, and then you travel 3.4 miles north, these are basically adding two vectors together because I went west and then I went directly north. I basically have a right triangle, so I'm wanting to know if I went diagonally across this path to reach the same endpoint, would this resultant vector, how much shorter would that resultant vector be? Okay, so in terms of vectors, to describe my first direction as a vector, it was 2.4 miles west, so it's 2.4 to the left, so it's a negative 2.4. And then I went, I didn't go north or south at all, so that's 0. For the second direction, when I went north, I went up 3.4, so I didn't go left or right at all. So it would be 0 and then a positive 3.4. If you add these vectors together, that's going to give you negative 2.4 plus 0, negative 2.4. And then the 0 plus the 3.4, that's the 3.4. So this is the components of my resultant vector. And what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to find the distance for this vector here. So that's your magnitude. So the magnitude of your resultant is basically a squared plus b squared equals c squared. So it's the square root of the negative 2.4 squared plus the 3.4 squared. Okay, so let's grab a calculator and take the square root of those values. Let me grab mine. This one has a dark spot in it, so if I take the square root of negative 2.4 squared plus 3.4 squared, I'm going to get 4.16. So that means that the distance that resultant would be 4.16 miles. Now, how much shorter is this route than going the two different directions? So the 2.4 plus the 3.4 is going to give you 5.8. And then I'm going to subtract the distance of my shorter route, 4.16. And so if you take your 5.8 and you subtract your 4.16, you're going to get 1.64. So it's going to be 1.64 miles shorter if I went diagonally.